There is a special rule for the first year you start collecting benefits if you're under full retirement age.
Lightning strikes and then you're gonna know my name.
One of the biggest components of a retirement plan is Social Security, and one of the most important decisions to make is, when to take Social Security benefits. Now, you can take Social Security as early as 62, but what's going to happen is those benefits would be reduced by about 30% versus starting your benefit at full retirement age. All right, what's full retirement age? Full retirement age depends on when you were born. They've kind of messed around with the goalposts over the years, but if you were born between 1957 and 1959, then it's age 66 and a few months. I'll throw up a chart there. If you were born in 1960 or later, then age 67 is full retirement age for you. So for most people, age 67 is full retirement age. Now, I tell you what, I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of people over the years sort through the decision of taking Social Security early. And I must say that when deciding to pull the trigger, it really depends on several factors, like how it will affect your spouse's benefit, your health and longevity, and how your retirement accounts are situated. So this decision really depends on your particular situation. But in this video, what I want to do is I want to give you something to consider if you are thinking about receiving Social Security at 62 and you still plan to work. So you may have heard of something called the earnings limit if you take Social Security early, but there's a lot of confusion out there about exactly how it works. So let's talk about it. But before we do, please take a second to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a good thumbs up and give it a like. I would really appreciate it. It helps me to get this information out there to help folks just like you with their personal finance journey. Okay, so what is the earnings limit? Here you go. If you start Social Security before full retirement age and you're still working, then Social Security will deduct $1 for every $2 above $21,240. Now, that earnings limit, the $21,240, is for 2023, and what they do is they adjust that each year. So it's important to note that they count only the wages you make from your job or your net profit if you're self-employed. They don't count things like pensions or annuities, investment income, interest, or veterans benefits, or other government or military retirement benefits. So here's an example of how this works. Let's say you started taking Social Security at 62 in January, and your benefit amount is going to be $1,300 a month. And for the whole year, you earned $40,000 from your job. If we did some math here, that's $18,760 above the limit. If we subtract that out, $9,380 would be deducted from your benefit for the year. And what they do is they divide that by 12, which is roughly $781, and then adjust your benefit of $1,300 a month, in this example, to $591 a month. But here's the thing. There is a special rule for the first year you start collecting benefits if you're under full retirement age. So if your earnings will be more than the limit for the year and you receive retirement benefits for a part of the year, then they pay a full Social Security benefit for any whole month they consider you retired, regardless of your yearly earnings. Let me explain it in another way. I'll use an example. So recently I was talking with someone who said, Keith, I'll be 62 in August and I want to retire, but I heard about this earnings limit, and if I started collecting early, and I have already made $40,000 from my job this year so far, so my benefits are going to be reduced, right? And I said, no. So you see, in that first year, this is the special rule, in that first year you start collecting, the earnings limit only applies to the months you started collecting. In other words, it doesn't matter what you made in that year prior to the month you started collecting. Social Security will only look at the months when you started collecting. So for this person, I'll tell you what, she was excited to know that there was no deduction in her benefits because of the earnings limit. But hey, here's another thing to think about. What if you made more than the earnings limit prior to collecting benefits, but then you wanted to work part-time once you turned 62? Well, as long as your monthly income from that point forward is not more than $1,770 a month, then there would be no reduction, because Social Security only looks at the months in which you started collecting in that first year. Now, here's another special rule in the year you turn 67, or whatever full retirement age is for you. Like I said before, some it could be 66 in a few months, but for most it's 67. So in that year, when you reach full retirement age, the earnings limit is adjusted to $56,520, and for every $3 above that, only $1 is deducted from your benefits. Now, the other thing is, once you reach full retirement age, there is no limit on what you can earn, and if you're still working, and there will be no deduction in benefits going forward. Now, a couple of other things you need to know is this. If you do plan on working and you take Social Security early, you should notify Social Security of what your monthly income will be on a monthly basis. So if it is over the limit, then they can go ahead and adjust your benefit right away, because otherwise they will not know what your income is until you file your tax returns next year, and then they will adjust it at that time. So really, it's best to go ahead and let them know right away. The other thing to know is that if your benefits were reduced because you were over the earnings limit, it's only temporary, folks. You will get that back once you reach full retirement age. Now, they're not going to just simply give you a lump sum of money that was deducted over those years. No, what they do is they will increase your monthly Social Security check at full retirement age, and it will be a gradual amount of getting those payments back to you, but you do get it back. But understand this, taking Social Security before full retirement age, it's a permanent reduction in benefits. Now, the only caveat to this is that in the first 12 months you started collecting, you can withdraw your benefits and say, hey, I'm going to stop it. And you can start over later to get that higher check. It's kind of like you're going to do a do-over, but you would have to pay back in full the amount you have been paid in those 12 months. So you see, there's a lot to consider when taking Social Security early and you're still working. So tell you what, you may want to check out other videos I've posted regarding Social Security benefits. It might give you some more guidance. So hope this has helped, and we will see you next time.